Hey, good day, folks. It's Tourism Tim here with another exciting episode of Tourism Marketing TV. So, are you like most tourism professionals that, hear a lot about social media marketing and you know that you should be using it, but you're not exactly sure why? And you know that you should be engaged with it, but you're not really sure which one you should be doing, or maybe how to do it, or where you should do it, or maybe how much it costs, or how much time, or you're thinking, oh darn, this is just another thing that I've got to add to my plate, and I haven't got time to do this, and you just want to have someone else to do it. Or maybe you want to have a basic understanding of it so that you're more empowered to have someone do it for you. So, these are all questions that not only am I asking myself, but I know you are too. And that's the reason why that I have Lasse on the call today, and I can't even. I didn't even ask you how to pronounce your last name. So
No worries.
I'm not
Lasse
even going to
is okay,
try.
but
It's
it's
Lasse.
it's it's Rouhiainen. It's from Finland.
Okay, so we have Lassi on the line today. He was a social media marketing expert who has done some amazing things in a lot of different channels and really has some claims to fame in YouTube and Facebook. And I've asked him to come on today to share some insights as to into social media marketing. And we're going to give you a cool tip that you can do that you should be doing right away. That's easy with YouTube that will help with your ranking and help with your traffic. So good day, Lasse.
Good day, Tim, and it's great to be in this interview and really excited to share a lot of valuable knowledge with your folks.
Great. Well, maybe you could just start off by sharing with the viewers just a little bit about your background in social media marketing and specifically some of the cool stuff that you've done in tourism and hospitality.
Sure, and maybe I could start by saying that I was really fortunate when I was small because my parents were traveling a lot due to their work, and that's why I got like international, I don't know, inspiration of all the time moving and so on. So I used to work and live in Mexico, and then I was studying in Italy. I'm originally from Finland, and now I have been 10 years in here in Spain. I was also living some time in the US, but basically, actually, I came here to Spain 10 years ago, and I was helping a small tourism company, like a tour operator, and that was my start. I was helping and helping them to do their website. So I was kind of like a webmaster, and then I went online and started to find like how to get traffic and all these things, and that was like 9 years ago. So from there, I always knew that internet was the number one place to communicate and to promote and just reach our customers. But I think it would be maybe like, I don't know, 8 years ago or something, I saw Corey Rudel, who is not with us anymore, but he was the first one who was doing video marketing on his website, and that's how I got excited because I saw that video is much more human way of marketing. So for the last 5 years, I have been helping companies to leverage video marketing and also social media marketing. And especially, I think by coincidence, it was my friends who are in Spain in this industry. They say that, hey, you should be starting like giving small workshops and trainings for hotels and tourism professionals. And that's what we started like 4 years ago. And right now, actually, I can say that there's a lot of independent and small tourism companies and small hotels who are doing a lot of videos thanks to being in different workshops that I have done and so on. So in general, I have worked in many different industries, but maybe tourism is one of the biggest ones, and it's also one of the that I get a lot of excitement because it's so nice industry, like Tim.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Lasse and I met on the Internet Marketers Cruise about 3 or 4 years ago, and one of the neat thing about that particular cruise is it is filled with cutting-edge marketers focused on the internet and people who are actually on that cruise. These are most of the people there are engaged. They're really doing something, and technology is a key in so many industries, but particularly with tourism, and we're such a global industry, and everybody, I think the latest stat I saw was something like 95% of all travel, tourism, hospitality is initially researched online. So if you're not online, you're not even in the game, and if you're not now also getting engaged with these other channels of social media, uh, once again, you're not going to be in the game. So why don't you, if you could tell a little bit about, I know that tourism in Spain is huge, and there's probably tens of thousands of independent, small to medium-sized independent tourism professionals in Spain alone. Why is it really? What have you noticed that's been so important for some of the clients that you've worked with in Spain to help them to show up, and more importantly, to get consumers to take awareness of them and choose them over someone else?
Right. Well, like you said, it's tourism is the number one industry that uses internet to research and buy things. And I think for the long time, Spain was like number one destination for all Northern European countries, and everything was happening via travel agencies and so on. But then some years ago, people started to do their own trips, and they started to use things like TripAdvisor and bookings and different things to simply start doing research. And all of a sudden, there was not that many sales coming from typical or traditional ways. So many companies started to find like what's going on and how they can do their own marketing. And also, I've been really lucky because here in Spain, there's a lot of seminars and many trainings that are being done for this because it's a big industry. So I think the main thing is that tourism is the number one thing that people buy online. And for that reason, all tourism professionals should have adequate information on, number one, how to build a presence in these sites, like Facebook and YouTube and so on. And number two, how to use them effectively to all the time promote their business and to take their business to the next level. And like you said in the introduction, it's sometimes, or many times, it's really confusing because there's not like a university or something that everybody should do in order to learn these things. So it might be confusing, but at the same time, companies that have done it, and I have seen it myself with some of my clients, they are really happy because it's more easy to get loyal customers who come again and again and again to your hotel, for example. So there's a lot of opportunities, and I see it as a great way. Especially when you are starting, it's really frustrating for some companies because they don't have time. So they have to do videos, on their overtime or wake up 2 hours earlier or something. But it's really fulfilling, and also on the long term, you will have great results and more loyal clients.
Well, I'm glad you touched on the loyal client aspect, Lassie, because people who've watched any of my stuff for any length of time know that I'm such a huge proponent that, and study after study, time after time, has proven that word of mouth is the very best form of advertising. And social media is nothing more than you and I and millions of people around the world sharing their ideas, their concerns, their opinions, their reviews, their likes, and making recommendations. And those really matter on how they influence someone's choice to go over one tour operator, one travel agent, one B&B. It makes a huge difference. And I think one of the reasons that social media matters is so important to tourism professionals is because never in the history of marketing has the ability to supercharge reviews, likes, opinions, and get your clients selling for you been available to us. And so let's tap into that so that we can truly get our clients selling for us. And so there's the technology, there's the how to get set up on the channel, but there's the other part of it as to how to encourage and inspire and motivate your clients to truly be active in the social media and become those advocates and those evangelists. So maybe you could share one story, Lasse, about one of the small hoteliers you've worked with in Spain. Specifically, what was one strategy they did, and what were some of the results, to give people an idea?
Perfect. Yeah. So, for example, one hotel as an example that we use here is called Entre Mares. It's in the Mediterranean coast in La Manga in Spain, and normally they just started, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and as an independent hotel, they needed to do something to go to the next level. So basically, we just did a course on how to record videos, how to plan videos, and how to promote videos, and how to optimize videos on YouTube. And they learned a system where they had one person, you can call it like a community manager or social media manager, who is all the time interviewing folks. So basically what that person is doing in that hotel is that she's kind of like experienced manager or something like
Nice.
that, asking people how they are doing. And then she goes with her camera. I can take one camera here, and with this camera, let me take it here. With this camera, she's asking, or it can be even smaller camera, but basically she's asking, hey, do you like your stay here? And if you do, can you share it with others? And today, I think that hotel has more than 400 videos on YouTube,
Wow.
and they are dominating all the search keywords that has to do with having a vacation in that location. So
Wow.
you can imagine what would it be to be the competitor and to start now to do video marketing. So it has been really beneficial for them, and it's all about thinking on long term. And the other thing, Tim, that many people don't understand on video marketing is that once you do video marketing, you build assets because you have all these videos on your own hard drive. And if YouTube goes down, which we know that it will not, but if it goes down, you can upload them to the next system or to your website or wherever. So sometimes I also am a big fan. I recommend Facebook to everybody. But some companies use Facebook the wrong way, and then it will be shut, their Facebook channel.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't have anything. So video marketing is really powerful because you are building your assets. So this particular company, they have more than 200 video testimonials, and it's in their hard drive, and they can use those for whatever. Plus, they have said that people, once you we were talking about this before the interview, that once you ask their opinion, what happens is that there's a better connection with them, and it's once they give their opinion on a video format, it's more likely that they will come back to the hotel. And the other thing is that once they are home and they see that video on YouTube, they send it to all of their friends.
Absolutely. I was thinking the same things. Like, oh look, I'm on YouTube. I'm on Facebook. Oh look, I'm on their website. Yeah. They're gonna they're proud of that. I wanted to ask you. I want to interrupt it for a second. Because I'm such an advocate of that, about capturing people's opinions, whether it's audio, written, or video, and repurposing it on your website and in all your marketing and the YouTube and all these great channels. But I've had people go, well, gee, isn't it hard to get people to give testimonials, or gee, and I don't want to disrupt them. And my experience has been, no, you're wrong. Let's assume, you got to assume that we're in a service business and you're doing an awesome job at your service. Now, if your service sucks, that's a different thing. You got to work on that one, and you got to fix that before you can engage in getting your clients selling for you, because they could do the opposite. But what is your opinion? Let me ask you this. Let me rephrase. That gal, what did you call her? The one in the hotel. She's the experience manager.
Oh, yeah. Experience manager.
Yeah. That is awesome. Are many guests? What percentage of our guests are going, no way, I don't want to give you guys any testimonial. I'm gonna best guess that it's less than 50%.
Yeah. It's I don't know exactly, but it's much easier than business owners think, because many business owners, we have to remember that they are already so busy in their day-to-day, and then they have to do accounting and this and that and the other. And video marketing represents like one more headache. So that many say, like, have resistance, and they are making these excuses, like you say, that, oh, people don't want to do it. But especially now, and you say, well, but the more engaging communication and relationship you can have with these, with your customers, the more money you will have on your bank account at the end of the day. So there's also statistics that show that companies that ask more after the people have been staying in a hotel, the companies that ask for review or opinion on TripAdvisor or Google Places or wherever, those are the companies that normally have better online reputation and have much more positive comments. So normal business owner is thinking that, oh my God, maybe if I have like just one bad comment or something, then it's bad for us. But once you have like 40 good ones, it doesn't matter. So
yes,
I don't
good point.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the same with these video testimonials. First, when you do it, you're like, oh, I don't know what they will say. But remember that you are there. And also the nice thing is that you get better communication and contact with your clients. Because if there's something they don't like, then this experience manager knows it. She's like, okay, tell me about it. What was it?
Yeah.
And then she writes it down and then tells to somebody, some manager or something. So So it's really nice. If I would go to hotel, I would like somebody to ask, "Hey, have your breakfast been good? Have you
Hmm.
have a nice day?" And so on. So it's all about caring more people and then helping them to be really your marketing tools, by creating these short videos where they say how they are doing and so on. And by the way, sorry for taking such a long
That's all right.
answer, but one thing which is great, and this hotel is doing it, and many hotels and companies can do, but it's really cool when you're doing testimonials and you have water in a background. So you can, if you are a beach hotel, you can do it on a beach. If you have a pool, you can have a pool as a background, or if you have a spa, you could have a spa in the background. So for some reason, water is has a huge impact. And
Mm.
when people see these images on YouTube, they click on the ones that they see like
Neat.
nice
Oh,
background.
that's a great tip. Well, speaking of tips, I asked you if you'd be willing to expand on that and show people just how to do it. But I'm willing to bet that I know that these testimonials, they are probably only a minute or two long, so they're very easy. So let's get into specifically social media, the YouTube tip that we talked about before the interview. I thought it was brilliant. It's short, it's easy, and it will help you market your tourism property service or destination better. So,
Yeah,
what
perfect.
is your YouTube tip that's easy for tourism marketers? On you talked about it, some doing the frequently asked questions in videos.
Perfect. So the thing is this, that most companies, when they think of video marketing, they think it's really confusing and difficult and they need like big camera like this. But I would never start with this kind of big camera. I would use like even your own iPhone. You can nowadays start using your
Flip
iPhone
camera.
or flip.
These
Flip
work
is good.
great.
Yeah, flip is excellent. So easy camera, and you have to change your point of view totally. So most companies think that since they have seen like TV advertising, they think that they have to make videos about themselves saying we are the best, we have the best location, we have this and that and the other. And it's good to do a few videos like that. However, you have to change totally and make content what is interesting for clients. So put yourself in the place of client or customer, and then you will do totally different questions. And what are these, or different videos? And what are these videos? Is that you think what are the most frequently asked questions, and you do one video per question. And some companies who have done this have found that it's really interesting, and really you are providing content that is useful. So normally, just to give you an example, let's say it's a city hotel, and let's talk about hotels, but you can use this in any industries or sector. But for the hotel, normally, if it's a hotel in San Francisco, people go there normally to sleep, to eat well, but then they go there to see different things in San Francisco. So that hotel, for example, they could do video on how to spend your weekend seeing the best things in San Francisco or something like that. And the next thing would be how to spend a weekend with your family in San Francisco. And then the next thing would be best places to eat in San Francisco. And when we are doing these kind of videos, the good thing is that we are doing content that's really relevant, and also the keywords are something that people are searching. So my recommendation is, if you are a hotel, for example, go to your reception desk and your lobby and ask people who work there what are the most frequently asked questions that people are asking you, and you create one video per question. And I recommend starting with 5, but it's good if you can do 10 because it's really quick. You can do them really quickly. And the great thing again is that this, when customers see that you are the one who provides this information, they will preview you and your company as experts of that city or that place, rather than just somebody who's selling, a night in a hotel. So that's why there's a better connection with them, and it's a really big like shift in our mindset, how we see things. And like I said, most companies just think, what can I say that I'm better than a competition or something like this? But people don't want those things. So simply frequently ask questions and do as many as you can. You can start with 5. And also, I think we can highlight that the videos should be, when you start, they can be like 1 minute or 1 minute and a half. And, start with that and do 5 of them and start with that.
That is an awesome tip, and I'm going to add to that because we've been talking about repurposing, is that not only are you providing a higher level of service to your prospects and your guests, but if you ask your frontline salespeople, or what are those top questions, and you post this in a very conspicuous place right on your website, run the home page, and it could be 5 top things to do in San Francisco, and set it up as an opt-in on your course, you're going to get more prospects visitors become prospects who sign up. But 2, and I've seen this before, you will spend less time answering the same questions over and over and over again. So your sales time and conversion time, sales time will go down, your conversions will go up, because like you said, you'll be considered the expert, and then you can repurpose that same short little video. You can put it on YouTube to drive more traffic in. You can link that to your Facebook page. You can create a mini course, or like we talked about from your emails, and then you could actually email to your existing clientele and prospects. And one other little tip that I'm going to add to this to sweeten it, I think, to make it even cooler, get your clients to, when you're interviewing them, say, how was your stay? And we can ask them one of those frequently asked questions. Let's say it was an adventure travel thing. Some people go, oh, a lot of people are concerned about our trips. They think it might be too difficult. And you're asking someone who's clearly not in great shape, but they're the average person, and they say, a lot of people think that our trip might not be appropriate, that it's too difficult. What do you think? And you get them to answer the frequently asked questions from their perspective. So not only are you getting a question answered, you are in fact creating social proof that someone like them who's watching this video, wow, they did it, I could do it, that was my concern too, and she's answered my concern, and so I'm that much closer to calling them up and making a booking. So Lassie, we need to go. The timer has gone off, but this is so cool. I love talking about marketing and tourism, and especially technology and social media. There are so many different topics. You shared a little tip before we even started this interview, and I said, no, that's so good. It's about Facebook and this cool new thing called Facebook Offers that's coming out, or is available on a limited basis now. I said, that's so cool. We need to do another interview on that. So what I'd like you to do, if you like what we're talking about here, and you're not already a subscriber, go to travelbusinesssuccess.com. And after about 10 seconds, there's this annoying little window that will swing down, and it will ask you to opt in for a mini course. Opt in for that. Not only will you get some great tips from me, I'm just being facetious. It's not that annoying. You can close it anytime you want. But opt in, and then when we do another social media marketing thing for travel professionals with Lassie on Facebook and so many other cool topics, you'll be alerted to that, and you can come learn and prosper. So Lasse, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day and weekend.
Thank you so much, Tim, and I hope it was useful information for everybody, and thanks for inviting me. It was a great pleasure.
My pleasure. Take care.